Alright, Dan, what's up? Well, I was trying to knock my mate's wedding into shape. You tried to knock someone out at a wedding? No. What? What I meant were I was trying to make his wedding better by booking a death metal band, but they went down like a lead balloon. What? There was a balloon made out of lead? What are you on about? Do we need to have a talk about some of these expressions again? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright mates, how are you doing? I'm not too bad. Thanks for asking, and today we're going to be looking at 5 common expressions that you can use to communicate more like a native speaker. If it's your first time here, my name's Dan, and I'm here to help you stop being an English student and start being an English speaker. I make videos and podcasts designed to help you communicate confidently, and I've been helping people for over 8 years, so you're in good hands. Before we get going today, head down to the description and get your free downloadable cheat sheet right now for today's lesson. It's got all the information about today's expressions and exercises that you can use to follow along with the video and make sure that you remember this stuff for longer. You'll also get all of my other cheat sheets, so you're never gonna miss a thing. Right then, let's get cracking. The first expression I've got for you today is to knock someone or something into shape. Knock someone or something into shape. This means to do something to try and improve a bad situation or do something to make a person act in a better way. For example, after our new English teacher knocked our class into shape, all of our test scores improved. Another way you could use this is to say something like, "We've got to knock this trip into shape. It's been proper boring so far." The next phrase I've got for you today is to like it or lump it. Like it or lump it. This phrase means that you need to accept a situation because you can't change it. Like, you can choose to like the situation, you can choose to hate the situation. It doesn't matter because either way you've got to accept the situation because you can't do anything about it. For example, you could say, like it or lump it, if you want to live in the UK, you've got to learn British English. Another way you could use this is something like, "Look mate, I know you're sad, but you've got to get over it. Like it or lump it, she's left you and she's not coming back." The third one I've got for you today is for something to run its course. To run its course. This one basically means that something has naturally come to an end on its own. Someone hasn't chose to end it, it's just kind of happened naturally. And in that case, that thing has run its course. You can say things like, "The doctor advised me to just let the fever run its course. You know, don't do anything, you don't need any medicine, just go to bed and eventually the fever will run out on its own." Another way you could use this is to talk about a relationship, like, "They realized their relationship had run its course and they both decided to end things there and then." Before we move on to the next one, if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor and smash that like button because it'll tell YouTube to show this video to other English learners like you, and it'll help me out a lot. Cheers! The next expression I've got for you today is for something to go down like a lead balloon. Go down like a lead balloon. Now this expression is used when we do or say something that doesn't get the positive reaction we thought it would. We thought people would love the joke or the song or whatever, but it turns out the opposite was true and people really didn't like it and the reaction was pretty bad. Basically, it means that whatever you did or said was a complete failure. For example, I could say something like, "I tried to tell a joke in my presentation, but it went down like a lead balloon." Another way I could use this is to say something like, "Their latest album went down like a lead balloon with their fans. Their fans really didn't like their new album." And the last one I've got for you today is to lick your wounds. Lick your wounds. Now this expression means to spend time to recover from a bad situation. Now that situation could be something physical, maybe you got in a fight and you hurt yourself and it takes time to recover, Or it could be something emotional, like you lost in a really important game and you're really depressed about it, and it takes time until you're happy again. In both of those situations, you could say they are licking their wounds. You could say something like, he's licking his wounds because all of his test scores were less than 50%. Another way you could use it is something like, the team is licking their wounds after getting battered in the cup final by their rivals. Right then, they were the 5 expressions for this video. Before we get on to some practice, I want you to pause the video, head down to the comments and try and use your favorite expression in a sentence, because that's a great way to help you remember it for longer. Nice one! Well, let's do a bit of practice, shall we? Today, I want to show you a common contraction that you're going to hear in the UK. Now, the phrase in question is gotta, gotta, and this is a contraction of the word got plus 2, but we kind of smash it together and we end up with gotta. Notice the glottal stop in the middle of this word. It's not gotta, it's gotta, 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 gotta. And the end of the word is an sound, not an sound. Gotta, gotta. Got it? So let's take a look at the sentence. He has got to clean the gutters. Now, in British English, we would kind of push some stuff together and you end up with, he's gotta clean the gutters. He's gotta clean the gutters. We get the same glottal stop in gutter as we do in gotta. Gotta, gutter. So let's practice this with a bit of shadowing using the phrases in today's lesson. First of all, I'll say it as it's written, and then I'll say it as we would naturally pronounce it, and you can practice both. Right then, let's give it a go. He has got to knock them into shape. He has got to knock them into shape. He's gotta knock 'em into shape. He's gotta knock 'em into shape. He has got to like it or lump it. He's got to like it or lump it. He's gotta like it or lump it. He's gotta like it or lump it. It has got to run its course eventually. It has got to run its course eventually. It's gotta run its course eventually. It's gotta run its course eventually. That has got to go down like a lead balloon, right? That has got to go down like a lead balloon, right? That's gotta go down like a lead balloon, right? That's gotta go down like a lead balloon, right? He has got to lick his wounds. He has got to lick his wounds. He's gotta lick his wounds. He's gotta lick his wounds. Good stuff. I hope you found the phrases in this video useful and you can use them to communicate more confidently. If you want to go even deeper on some of these expressions, suggest you check out my podcast where I talk about them in a bit more detail, and you can get the podcast anywhere you usually find your podcasts. So you made some good progress today and you learned some phrases that are going to be useful, but your studies have not run the course yet. Like it or lump it, there's loads more that you need to learn. So check out this video over here to learn even more expressions like the ones you learned today.